Jedi, at last will have revenge. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Now you will experience the full power of the dark side.
Welcome, followers of the Dark Side and the Light. I'm your host, John, the real JP3, and I'm joined as always by my good friend and fellow Sith Lord, who is a master of the Dark Side, expert on the occult, an obtainer of rare antiquities and holocrons with extremely long hair. Please welcome Dark Lord of the Sith, David.
You know what? I resent that. This is not extremely long hair. I've had longer hair, and you've
He
seen
has
it.
had longer hair. It is actually in our Star Wars Celebration photos. With his celebrities that he has longer hair.
Yeah, super long hair. Anyways, Johnny, happy to see you. We're gonna do a little episode today, as we would normally for our Thursday episode. But today's a big episode, man.
It's a huge episode.
Why is it a huge episode? Talk to me. What do you got?
Because
why?
in all of our glory and all of our disagreements and discussions and fights, we have made it to episode 100. And I didn't honestly, you said it earlier, I didn't honestly think we would make it to 100. I didn't think we'd make it to 100 this fast, but we do drop 2 episodes a week, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's cheating, but it's okay. We're going to count it as 100th
cheating.
episode.
It's still a hundy. Still individual content. It's different T-shirts. It's hundy.
Anyway, so we reached episode 100 of The Rule of Two, a Star Wars podcast. And what is this like? This has got to be close to like episode 10 of YouTube.
I think so. Yeah, I think so, because I don't remember which one we kicked it off on, but either way, we're here. We're doing Star Wars talk, having fun. 2 friends, fans with mics and headphones and access to TeePublic and other cool stuff. So, yeah, happy 100, buddy.
Happy 100.
I don't know why when you started, that scared me. When you started saying that, I went to Frosty, happy birthday, like just that weird, scary tone.
All right, first of all, guys, the fact that David knows that he doesn't hate it. He doesn't like to watch Christmas movies. So I think it was like 2 years ago, his mothership, as we call her, wanted these Christmas movies, and so he bought them, and she had one rule. She couldn't watch them in the living room if we were home. And the number 2, or like the second rule is that she could keep them in her room, and that's the place she could keep them. Mind you, there were several times that he would come home and they were playing on the TV, and he said, turn them off. You know the rules.
Pretty much.
That's
anyway, happy 100 one more time. You know, we're going to do it big for the 100, John. We have to.
Are we?
Not only are we going to talk Rise of Skywalker trailer that just debuted Monday, that I don't know about you, but I've seen quite a few times.
Me too.
But, you know, we're going to talk about the new Disney park that's opening up in Disney World, right? Florida? Disney World?
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, man, I deserve a cookie. I love cookies. We're also going to talk about the fact that TSA will no longer allow thermal detonator, Coca-Cola, Arabesh, Galaxy's Edge products as carry-ons or being stowed away in your bag. But we're going to talk about a contest, John. Why don't you do all the contest magic?
So Dave came up with this
contest.
contest.
Stuff.
Okay. Dave came up with this contest. We went back and forth and decided on a couple things. So there's a lot of different ways for people to enter to win. So keeping track of it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But anyway.
There's a picture. It tells you everything.
100th episode contest. If you sign up for a $10 or higher Patreon level or tier, one winner will get a Target exclusive Darth Vader
Funko Pop
and a Rule of Two pin and patch. Okay? 5 other winners will get a Rule of Two pin, patch, and buttons.
Sorry, it's upside down. Hold on. Yeah.
And the buttons we've showcased before because they are on, we took the Star Wars Celebration. All right. Another way to win, if you subscribe to our YouTube and share our 100th episode, so not just any episode, the 100th episode, on your Facebook page, including a 5-star iTunes review, one winner gets the Golden Stormtrooper, and then 3 winners will win Roll of 2 patches and pins, which you saw David Vanna White earlier. And then, finally, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and share our 100th episode on your Facebook page, one winner gets a patch and pin, and 3 winners get a patch. So, different levels of it to win different things. If you're going to go all in, sign up for Patreon, $10 or higher. You can enter to win a red Darth Vader, and 5 other winners win some other things. Or if you do subscribe and share and give an iTunes review, have a chance to win some stuff. Or if you just want to YouTube and share, or subscribe and share, win some stuff too. So make sure you send us your entries, your iTunes reviews, screenshot things. You can send it to our email, which is therule2aswpodcast@gmail.com. Again, therule2aswpodcast@gmail.com. The contest runs from today, the day this episode airs, which is the 29th, to Thursday, September 12th. And then we will have a drawing and announce the winner on our following Monday episode.
Gotcha. So that will be theoretically episode 104. Is that correct, John?
So, guys, don't wait till the last minute. Get your entries in, and we will draw a winner and announce on the following Monday's episode. So, pretty cool contest. We'll be posting all the details so you guys can see it, and we'll post it throughout the 2 weeks as well and talk about it on our show. So, pretty rad. Thank you, Vanna White, for showing those items.
No problem. And you YouTube viewers, you just saw the power of video. I was in one shirt, and now I'm in another. Sorry, I just thought that was cool.
He's special. Anyway, I'm excited. So, a couple things to be excited about. So, we're recording this on Wednesday. The episode airs on Thursday, which is also the same day that Star Wars Galaxy Edge opens at Walt Disney World Hollywood Studios in Florida. Excited. It's still a phase 1. The Rise of the Resistance ride will come December 5th, and then I think January 12th is when it will open at Disneyland. But this is pretty cool. Obviously, they didn't do it as big as they did Disneyland. They had a dedication ceremony earlier in the day where they just kind of announced it and had some cool fireworks. But outside of that, they didn't do it as big as they did with the Disneyland. So, oh well, still pretty cool. I almost thought we were going to forget about it, to be honest with you.
Why is that?
Because it was coming up and you really didn't hear anything about it and you didn't know what was going on. And then I was like, oh crap, it opens tomorrow. Like, there's got to be something. But in reality, there wasn't any really big announcements or cool things like that. So,
yeah, they still announced that they had a dedication ceremony. Hondo Inaka was there. Come on.
calm down.
Exactly. It was a big deal. Calm down. Just
Honda's his fate.
Just because it didn't have Lucas and Ford there doesn't mean it wasn't a big deal, Joe. Okay.
Chewie was there.
Then there you go. Why
and he fired off his bowcaster, which erupted a whole bunch of fireworks behind it. I did see that part of it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What the hell, dude? Come on.
Oh.
Also, in spite of the 100 and the recent announcements of Clone Wars and Mandalorian, 2 new designs on TeePublic. Pretty cool. Just throwing that out
there. That is true. David designed those, got them ready. I uploaded, which doesn't take a whole lot of work. And so they're up there. They're available. Go to www.teepublic.com. You can search all of our designs at the Rule of 2 Pod, and then buy whatever you want. They have the tapestries. They have the T-shirts. They have the phone cases, which Dave also has. They have bags, laptop bags, coffee mugs. They got a lot of cool things. Let us know if there's any specific designs you want to see, guys. We'd love to take a crack at it. But we appreciate your support in any way possible.
Speaking of cool things, Tuesday, Delilah Dawson's new book, Black Spire Outpost, came out. John posted a little link on our Instagram page talking about how you can use our code, get a free book on Audible. And Miss Delilah Dawson herself went ahead and liked the Instagram post, which I thought was pretty cool. And to show her some love, I got her book, which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, that has a little map inside of a Black Spire Outpost. So I have yet to begin listening or reading, but I will soon.
He was super excited. He sent me a text. He's like, dude, Delilah S. Dawson liked our post. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Which I don't think this is the first post that she's ever liked on her. She's liked some other ones, I thought.
Yeah, that's true. Again, talking about her work, Phasma and whatnot, so definitely nice to see her giving a little like and click back.
I think Claudia Gray also liked one of our posts as well. So I'm trying to think through. So other kind of saddening news, Dave.
Sad news?
And I know saddening news. We're going to find a way around this, but some sad news. TSA has banned the thermal detonator Coke bottles from Star Wars Galaxy Edge on flights, on checked or below the plane luggage, or carry-on luggage, sorry, because their agents cannot tell the difference between a real bomb and a fake one.
No, I think they could tell the difference. They just didn't want to go ahead and have that in the airport where random people see it and freak out.
Yes, their official speech did say that it's hard for us to tell the difference.
I'm trying to give TSA credit, okay, John?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, you're trying to bring everybody down. You need inclusion training, and you need it now.
David went to inclusion training for one day, and now he's all like, "Oh, I'm inclusive." I don't know what that word was. However, one of our listeners did ask us on Facebook, "Do you know if the Postal Service has banned these?" I did a quick Google search before we started the show. I have not seen anything official from the Postal Service. I would not think so that they would ban these. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure with TSA's announcements, which just occurred yesterday, we will find out or hear a little bit more because now people are either going to ship them or they're going to drive. But I will check out with the Postal Service to see if we can find out some additional information about that.
There you go. Now.
Hold on. A lighter note. Guys, Disney Plus streaming service, which launches on November 12th, mind you. At D23, Disney gave a Founder Circle discount if you signed up for a 3-year commitment and paid for it in full if you were a D23 member. Well, guess what? The general membership for D23 is free. So the fans have been flocking to the D23 website to sign up for a general membership for free and broke the website. Broke it. Took it down. Too much traffic. Too many people trying to sign up for it. However, it is back up. So if you guys want to take advantage, it comes out to about $4 a month on this promo. If you pay in full for the first 3 years, it comes up to $4 a month, but you have to go to the D23 website. You have to sign up to be a general member, and you have to do it. I think it's like 36 hours in advance of Sunday because the offer ends on Sunday. And then you will be given a code that you can use later on to add Disney Plus to your viewing platforms when November 12th launches. So did you sign up to be a member, Dave?
No, I'm waiting for you to go and do that.
Oh, exactly.
Sign up, be a member. It's all right.
Anyway.
Are we done with all that? Can we get to the trailer?
So, guys, in talking more about some other things.
He's just talking nonsense and trying to keep the brown man down. That's all he's doing. How dare you?
Inclusion, Dave.
I
Inclusion.
know.
Anyway, so guys, we talked a little bit about this episode 9 trailer based on information that we received word of mouth or on Facebook or social media, but we didn't actually see it until Monday. So we wanted to do what we kind of did on last episode, and we watched the Mandalorian trailer and then talk through it for a little bit. So we're going to watch the episode 9 trailer, and then we're going to talk through it. Now, granted, J.J. Abrams put this trailer together as kind of a I guess a dedication to the previous 8 films And then at the very end of it, he threw in some episode 9 stuff to give us some information, which the Star Wars community went wild, social media went wild, the internet went wild, and everybody's talking about it. There was a lot of speculation. We had a lot of traction to our Facebook and Instagram accounts, different people coming up with different theories, sharing them with us, which we appreciate every single person reaching out to us and sharing their theories and talking through that with us. We had another guy that tagged us today and said, see, this proves, because I did not see it, but apparently a StarWars.com article was changed. The verbiage was changed, and people are going crazy about what this could mean. And the funny thing is, it's probably nothing, but hey, we're nerding, we're geeking out, and it's a lot of fun.
You know, they need a better editor. That's all I'm going to say.
We have an editor.
I'm saying they need a better editor, John.
Maybe our editor can make money, and then we could get like a full production studio.
Okay, you ready to watch the trailer?
Yes.
All right, you ready? I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready.
I'm scared there's going to be like an ad on YouTube that I've like tried to clear all of them before, but I'm scared it's going to be one.
Okay, you ready?
Go.
I'm at 0 seconds. 1 second.
2.
Dude, you're way ahead of me.
1.
Sunsets. Sunsets? Still way ahead of me.
I just got to the sunsets.
I love the throwback. All the little scenes that they used from the original trilogy. Oh man, Boba Fett. What are your thoughts, John?
I don't know. It's so good. So overall, outside of the episode 9 stuff, I agree with you 100%. To throw back and dedicate or show the scenes that made this community, made this fandom what it is was just awesome. Very classy on JJ's part. I appreciate him doing that. Just kind of does that. It almost brings like a small tear to your eye about like, wow, 40 years, over 40 years, spanning 9 movies, and just epic. Just I truly wonder, and I think he's answered this, is did George Lucas ever think or ever know that something he created back in 1977, if not before, would be as big as it is today?
No one ever knows, John. It's lightning in a bottle. It catches, it doesn't. There's so many different things that people were so jazzed about that thought were going to be amazing hits that turned out to be flops. You never know. It's ridiculous.
Are you watching it again with
I
no
am.
sound? I believe it.
I am.
So, getting into the episode 9 stuff, I feel like you need to lead this conversation because I'm literally just going to jump around. You're going to get mad at me. I already know you are. So to turn it, we see you come in with like all these people with tents and flags, and it looks like there's a celebration or a party. Um, really don't know what that is, where it is. I think it's probably on a new planet that we have not seen yet. I think they said it starts with a P, uh, Panana or something like that, as a new planet. And then now I feel like I want to rewatch it again. Way to go, Dave.
Oh
Way to
gosh, don't put this on me.
go.
Keep talking.
Why? Because you're still watching it.
Yes.
So,
Either way, I don't know what the hell's going down on that planet. It looks like a rowdy party. I'm down. I'm sure they have some good beer down there. It immediately. What? What? You want a space beer? You want a space beer? What do you think about the scene where it starts showing the Republic, the Rebellion, the Resistance, whatever the hell they call themselves these days, because it all begins with an R, jumping in from hyperspace,
so
right above whatever planet.
So this tells me
the X-wing is in attack position. The foils, they're in attack position. They're ready to go. Just letting you know if you didn't know that. Did you know that?
So I think that, trying to see if he's going to talk again. I believe this is our epic battle that you asked for, that we wanted to see. We wanted a epic space battle, an epic ground battle, and an epic lightsaber battle. I think that we have been given, at least in my opinion, 2 of those things in this trailer. We know, based on what we can see, and I think you said that there was, one article said countless Star Destroyers, another one said hundreds. I am just amazed and want to see this battle and see what happens. The shadows of all of them jumping in, I feel this is going to be the all-out battle, end it all. This is all hands on deck, calling from all corners of the galaxy. Doesn't matter who you are. It's kind of like Independence Day. If you can fly, we're putting you in a plane. Like, that's the mindset I get from this, and just like, I feel bad for the Resistance, Rebellion, whatever you want to call them. Like you said, these Star Destroyers are a lot. They can't move really fast, but that's a lot of fire.
But then again, it's 2 different scenes, John. Because the Resistance, Rebellion, whatever the hell they are, they're jumping in atmosphere. You can see a sun behind them, whether it's in the clouds, setting, rising, whatever. They're in atmo. They're not outside in general outer space. You see A-wings, X-wings, B-wings, Y-wings.
Maybe the Star Destroyers are in outer space, over the planet.
I don't think that's the same scene.
You don't think so?
I don't think that's the same scene. I think that's illusion, that's trickery, that's JJ being JJ. That's not in the same scene. But I would beg to differ that that's more than hundreds of Star Destroyers.
You beg to differ.
I beg to differ. Like,
what do you think?
Just in the scene alone, like, look at them. It's easily more than 100. A lot of people are going crazy when they saw that fleet, because in Thrawn Dark Forces, there's a hidden ancient fleet of thousands of ships, Star Destroyer like ships, called the Katana Fleet. And then you see all these ships, and everybody that read the EU is going apeshit and saying, "Oh my God, it's the Katana Fleet! It's the Katana Fleet! They're back! They're bringing EU Legend stuff back." These are Imperial Star Destroyers. They're not First Order. You can tell by the design. The First Order does not have the little, like, mounted pods on the very top of, like, the command center deck area. So these are 100% Imperial Star Destroyers. I can't tell if it's Victory and Imperial class or a mix of both. So the difference, the Victory class Star Destroyer, it's smaller. Still, it's a beast. It still has the same classic arrowhead shape. But the Imperial is going to be the bigger one. That's going to be essentially like Thrawn's Chimera Star Destroyer.
Yeah, so one of the listeners commented on our Facebook page, or I think it was Instagram, that is like, it's Thrawn, and I was like, really? You're gonna bring Thrawn into live action like this late in the game? And everything else, I don't see it happening.
That's what everybody thought and still thinks Richard E. Grant's character is. Instead of the Commander Pride Allegiant guy, they're thinking he's Thrawn. Because in Star Trek Into Darkness, everybody thought Benedict Cumberbatch's character was going to be Khan, and he's like, no, it's not Khan. It's whatever his name was actually in the film before he introduced himself as Khan. But even in trailers that they showed, they didn't have him identified as Khan. It was John Harrison. So like there was like a little like scene where they're going through hyperspace, or not hyperspace, just through space, and there's like a little moniker over the symbol that says Kirk, and another one for Khan's character, but it said Harrison. So like he's gone through that level of detail to go ahead and trick people before, to keep them in line with his story before you see the movie and get the big reveal, and it's like, oh damn you, JJ, I love you. Sorry.
But my whole thing is so we see Thrawn in Rebels. We got the book. At this point, we've never seen Thrawn in live action, and we've had this discussion before about transitioning people from animated to live action. It would be awesome. We've talked about this. I think it would have to be done the right way. I'm just saying, Thrawn is a beast. I finished the first Thrawn book. Seeing him in Rebels, that voice, the way he walks, the way he acts, and everything like that, to me is a very, very risky move to do that. I'm not saying that I would be upset about it, but it's extremely risky if that's what JJ decides to do, in my opinion.
Between you and me, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think so either.
Like you
can't say between you and me. There's like people listening.
Between you and me and the 1,000 Star Destroyers that are out there,
I don't believe it's going to happen either. But yeah, I think that's a risky move for JJ to make, and I just don't think it's the right thing to do to close out a Skywalker saga. My 2 cents.
Thrawn's got other business elsewhere, and you know what? The other picture where you get more of a close-up look at the Star Destroyers, you can see the size and scale, and yes, it is a mix of Imperial and Victory class Star Destroyers in that formation. And they're just chilling. They're not in action. They're just chilling. So, is this the rumored Sith troopers? Are they amongst this fleet? Who's leading?
Yes,
them?
because
leading them?
We did talk about the fact that that was the contingency plan, and they were probably in outer space, the outer rim, and now they're being brought in.
The outer rim. They were in the unknown regions.
No, that's right, unknown regions. I don't know why I thought it was the same thing. The unknown regions.
Close. They're right
there. So the next scene, which is where you have Finn and a new character,
Janna. Yeah.
Do you think that they are seeing the Star Destroyers come in, or their awe and amazement is from something completely different?
Something completely different. It's just the trickery, wizardry of JJ and the editors. Because if you look closely, there's somebody in the pilot seat of the Falcon, and it looks like they're wearing an X-Wing uniform. They've got a helmet. I see a little bit of orange on the arms, the gloves on the controllers. So if they're not in the Falcon, they're in some other type of ship, and they're observing something. I don't think it's the fleet. I'm
rewatching it again. No, not rewatching all of it, but I go through like different scenes.
All right, and now here comes everybody's favorite. Everybody's talking about it. C-3PO, Red Eyes. They have actually nicknamed him Creepio. Creepio. It's just some fans said it first, and then it spread like wildfire. No, I'm not making fun of the wildfires going on in the Amazon. No, I'm sad about all the animals dying.
Inclusion.
Yes, but actually, Leonardo DiCaprio is donating $5 million to help, like, fund whatever they need back there. So
it's awesome.
Amazonians were thinking of you.
So you had a comment about this when we talked on Monday's episode. You think he's been reprogrammed or repurposed?
So in the Dr. Aphra comic, if you guys have not listened, I've mentioned it before. Yeah, if you've not listened to the episode that I've mentioned it before, the Dr. Aphra comic series has a protocol 3PO like droid that's called 000. Same thing like 3PO, same body style, same makeup. He's used for etiquette, linguistics, and torture. He's he's an upgraded version of a 3PO, and he's a badass. He really is. Um, so maybe he's got a hidden protocol somewhere buried beneath, or he had some damage. They did some work on him, and he's up and running with a new system very similar to Peter Parker's Spider-Man suit, where it goes into instant kill mode and it just wigs out and does whatever the hell he wants.
So to me, in this scene, it looks like he is just getting up.
Yep,
He's either in a seat or he's just getting up from being repurposed or reprogrammed. And I'm just so this is, again, some other comments that other listeners have commented on our social media about the same thing, the 000. I don't. There's not enough context in this scene, in my opinion, that can tell me, that gives me the definitive answer. Yes, that's the case, or did his eyes just fall out and that's what they replaced him with?
It could be something as silly and wonky as that. You have no idea. But are all the rumors true? Does at some point 3PO get the bowcaster? Does he go crazy? Is that maybe a precursor to him getting the bowcaster? I don't know.
Because what was it? There was a poster that we saw. I think it was a Celebration.
No, it was a fan made poster that.
Is it? Okay.
With the bowcaster. But
yeah.
it also had the Sith troopers in it. Remember?
So was it really fan made? It was fan made, but I guarantee you, like, there was some information they knew there. So I'm excited. I don't think there's enough context here, in my opinion. I want to see more. I'm concerned is you're going to give us this illusion, and you're going to give us what he looks like, and we're going to ask all these questions and go off on our tears. And I don't want it to be like another Phasma instance where it's like we're going to talk her up and make her look like this badass, excuse my language, and then she falls in the garbage chute, and then she really doesn't do anything. C-3PO's been with us the entire time. I get it. And Anthony Daniels went on record to say at D23, like, this movie is epic. You're going to truly enjoy it, and I cannot wait for you to see it, and I loved how it ended. So for Anthony Daniels to say that makes me feel good, because I know there's been other talks about, like, in, what was it, episode 9, there was R2-D2 was almost not there. We also saw C-3PO was missing a lot from some movies. So that's the kind of thing that it's like, wow, like, don't give me this and then say, it's nothing. Which is possible. I would still not be mad at you, JJ. Still wouldn't be mad.
Regardless, we skimmed over a big part, and I'm going to backtrack a little bit. The Leia scene. It looks great.
I know.
She's only up for a split second in this trailer, but it looks great. I have no idea that was at any way, shape, or form. I can't even talk. I can't even tell that it was rendered digitally to age her, put her there, I couldn't tell anything. It looks awesome, man. It really does.
Yeah, and JJ made a comment as well at D23. She is very apparent and extremely involved and in this movie.
An integral part of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say, like, the matriarch or something, which is basically the same thing, but she was very apparent in this movie, so pretty cool. Thank you for taking us back there, Dave. And so going on past C-3PO, we now have a red laser that looks like it's hitting a planet. Speculation. Could be a ground.
Is it a super weapon? Is it a flashback to The Force Awakens? And that's Starkiller Base shooting something else? Is that the Sith trooper ship that has a super weapon attached to it? I don't know. I have no idea. No idea.
No idea. Not enough context here. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Next scene. You got Rey throwing the lightsaber and it coming back to her. Based on that little ball droid, and this is just me, I think it's a training droid, and I think this is a training scene. Am I wrong?
I can see that. It's a trainer mode, and somewhere she's just trying to get her moves down. I get it.
Yeah. So have we seen this before in the Star Wars universe, where obviously you can bring the lightsaber back to you, but it's almost like a boomerang? Have we seen anything like that you can recall with all your knowledge and archives?
Well, you see it in The Force Awakens.
True.
They're calling the lightsaber Luke when he's in the Empire Strikes Back in the Wampa's lair. He's calling the lightsaber to him. It's not ignited at the time that they're calling it to him, but that's neither here nor there.
I think they're making it look like a boomerang. And then, do you have any more comments on that scene?
No, for me, I don't think it's a boomerang. I just think she just throws it and then calls it back.
Okay. The next scene, we get
Oh.
mighty Kylo Ren. I believe he does not have the helmet on in this scene.
Does not have the helmet on.
They're fighting on something.
Well, no, before you even get there, he just lands, because you can see his TIE silencer in the background, lightning striking everywhere like a beast, and he ignites a saber.
Yep.
It almost looks like the ground's cracking in front of him as he's walking.
Kind of similar to Starkiller Base when it was being destroyed at the end of Episode 7?
Maybe. And then it goes to the epic water scene, which I found out something very intriguing about John, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no need to share that information. Moving on. So this is a pretty cool scene. Epic lightsaber battle that we are going to get to see. Looks like they're on some type of piece of equipment, machinery.
When you stop at 1 minute and 36, John, what's that thing off to the left?
It's a turret.
You say it with such a question in your voice. I love it. It looks like a gun emplacement, very similar to what we've seen the Empire use many times before, whether it's, on a Star Destroyer, in between the trench run of a Death Star. Looks like a turret emplacement. So this kind of gives more credence to the idea of everybody saying they're fighting on the fallen Death Star. Some part of the Death Star too.
That's what I was thinking, even just by seeing that scene. And David was very surprised that I knew what a turret was, and that's why he was going to tell you that he learned something very important about me. Moving on to the next scene, which is everybody's talking about.
We're not going to get into that, but yeah. Anyways, lightsabers clashing, and then it switches and pans over to... What does Palp say during the scene?
Hold on, I'm going to turn back up. I can't remember.
Oh my goodness. How can you not remember? I can't hear you. What?
Nears its end.
Every journey nears its end. And then you see a close-up of what looks to be like Rey, which now the internet's going crazy saying, oh, that's not Rey, that's Kerry Russell's character. I'm like, no, that's not Kerry Russell. You can clearly see Daisy Ridley's face. Holding...
There was hold on, did you see that somebody posted, like, Kerry Russell's face, this image, and then Rey's face? Like, on a collage? They were like, that's Kerry Russell. And I was like, oh my God, people, like, I get it. We're grasping at straws right now, but
that's Daisy Ridley.
I firmly believe it's Daisy Ridley now. And what form? And Dave is persuaded me, and so has our listeners, as we have talked on social media about she could be a clone. And Dave's been saying this, and I'm going to let him take his thunder, and I'm going to let him roll.
Speaking of that, we had quite a bit of thunder in my area earlier today.
Thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Love me some Garth Brooks.
All right, guys. I don't know if you know this, but John's album comes out next Tuesday, so be sure to pick that up or anywhere CDs are sold or on iTunes under the Real JP3.
Yeah.
The name of the album is... Damn it, I can't grab it. Hold on. Pen or Pin? That's the name of the album. Oh. Pen or Pin. We digress. But this is 100% Daisy Ridley. Is it just
hands
me?
Down.
Is it just me, or does she look gorgeous with a red lightsaber and a black cloak? Like, don't
You always say she looks gorgeous. Sorry, I got to turn the volume down. I was
Jesus.
like, I'm gonna finish the scene. She always looks gorgeous.
She does, but
always
like, with a hint of dark side, like it just takes it over the top for me. I love it. Is it a clone? Is it a Force vision like Luke had on Dagobah? We don't know. Too early to tell. The one thing that I can tell is she has no expression on her face whatsoever.
None.
She's a blank vessel. Whether this is a dark side clone, a vision that either Kylo has, Palpatine showing her, or even she has herself, I don't think this is a Rey. This isn't Daisy Ridley's character. She's not going dark side. As much as I would love it, I don't think that's going to happen for her. I think this is just a case of JJ trying to misdirect us and say, oh my god, everything you guys have wanted about Rey going dark side, having a double-bladed lightsaber, here it is. But it's only... It's fleeting. It's not going to last.
I agree with you, and I think it's something that it's giving the fans what they want, but then once they see it all together, as if with any of this, we're going to be truly amazed and appreciate what JJ did. That lightsaber, that lightsaber flick though. Like, is it really? Do you consider that? I get it's two blades, but do we really consider that a double-bladed lightsaber with the way like it's? I don't know. That's a cool lightsaber.
Why would it not be a double-bladed lightsaber?
I don't know. Like, I kept going back and forth. So I'm thinking double-bladed like Darth Maul had. I get it. It's basically the same concept. It just folds a different way. But I really hope that Ultra Sabers picks that up because I wouldn't mind having one of those. By the way, guys, if you are in the market for a lightsaber, go check out our friends at ultrasabers.com. And then when you go to checkout, you can enter coupon code FORCEFEELS, all one word, all caps, from the Rilla to a Star Wars podcast. You will receive 10% off your lightsaber. It does not work on accessories or previously discounted lightsabers. So again, go check out our friends at Ultra Sabers, and we thank them for their service.
Well said, Johnny. But yes, this is a double-bladed lightsaber. It might have a small hinge on the inside of it, but we saw it in Rebels. The old Temple Guards used to have sabers just like this. The Temple Guards that are in the Clone Wars. Clone Wars character General Krell, same concept. It's still a double-bladed lightsaber. It's just a different version of it. Hey, I can see inside your mouth. That has you showed me. That has a hinge. So, to me, regular lightsaber, double-bladed, looks awesome. It doesn't look like it's crackling like Kylo, so it's not like a broken crystal or anything like he's using. But you hear Palps confirm he's back. The poster shows him looming over.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a good time, man.
It's gonna be amazing. JJ, you suck.
No,
we thank
you. How dare you say that about JJ?
JJ, you suck because you just keep stringing us along, which is what you do best. But we, at the end of the day, we love the end result. We love the product you produce. I cannot wait. They still have not yet rated this movie, and which I don't think it's going to be like rated R or anything. And they still have not given us a runtime.
I was about to say, I don't really mind the rating. I'm more concerned with the runtime. That's what I'm waiting for.
And we talked about this when we were talking. We were like, dude, this is crazy. And runtimes are getting longer and longer. You had Avengers Endgame, which was like, 2 hours and 56 minutes. You have It Chapter 2, which comes out next Thursday, by the way, guys. I will be there. It's like 2 hours and 43 minutes or something. It's only like 7 minutes shorter or something than the previous one, or than Endgame. The movies are getting longer and longer. We've talked about this.
There's more story to tell. It's okay.
There is more story to tell. There is more story. What would Marvel do if Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, took out Endgame as the number one movie of all time? Well, Gone with the Wind is still the number one movie of all time.
Gone with the Wind. I don't think that will ever be broken, but
no.
They're just gonna try and beat it again with the next movie, and then Star Wars will try and do the same, and then Avatar will win, and then it's just constant. That's always gonna change. It's never gonna stay the same.
The great thing would be is if they did not if they didn't have to re-release it. if the Rise of Skywalker beat Endgame without a re-release, come on, Marvel, that was cheap. Let's just be real. But I get it. Avatar's under Disney's umbrella now. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. But we got also Frozen 2 comes out a month before that. So that was a pretty popular movie.
So the one thing that I'm looking at, and a lot of fans are already dissecting it, is the fact that it looks like Daisy Ridley is wearing some type of ring on her index finger on her left hand when she's in dark Ray mode. I'm wondering, is that Snoke's ring, or what it actually looks like? But again, JJ could be just planning and is going to change it in the actual film. It looks like Leia's ring.
Yeah, so some people were saying that she may be a clone or a vision, or Leia may be living through Rey, and that's who it is. Somebody mentioned that on our Instagram. I think it was, yeah. And I was like, I don't know about that one. And then Kylo would be Luke or something like that. I was like, I don't agree with that there. I may not have said that exactly correct, but I saw Lindsay from Clashing Sabers post that picture first after they found out about it. And she was like, hold on, guys, like, what is this? Like, is this something? Tell me your thoughts. I thought at first it was like an arm, like they had to replace her hand or something because it got cut off or it was injured. And then you mentioned the fact that people were speculating it's a ring.
Where do you get injured from? Like, what do you mean?
What?
You just said looks like she got injured. And I'm asking you, what do you mean?
I'm saying when I saw it initially through the trailer, I thought that it had been like a fake hand. Like Luke's hand got cut off and he had a bionic hand. That's what I was thinking. Because I really couldn't see. And I even zoomed in and saw that part and it wasn't really super clear, which it's not going to be unless somebody has a way to make it super clear. But that's what I was thinking it was. And that's why people were zooming in on it. But the ring makes much more sense now based on what I saw.
I think what Lindsay was talking about is that the hand wraps that she's wearing when she's throwing the saber Rey, that they're red. She made some reference to Vader Immortal, I think it was.
Which you have not purchased so we could play.
No, I'm still waiting on you. Still waiting on you.
So
anyway, thoughts, trailer? Yay, nay? Got you more hyped, less hype?
It's got me super hyped. JJ, like I said, you sucked, but you're stringing us along. I'm excited for the end product. We are September, October, November, December, like 4 months away now. August is done with. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I think probably at least 3 times in the weekend that I'll see it, maybe more.
Sorry, I'm just watching the trailer again.
God. But I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. Do you think we'll get anything else for episode 9 before December?
Yeah, we'll get something. Whether it's going to be on Monday Night Football, Triple Force Friday. They'd be crazy not to go ahead and promote this on Hulu or Disney Plus when The Mandalorian drops. Like I could see this being the one and only preview before The Mandalorian episode actually starts.
I could see them. I could see them doing like it's a Disney Plus streaming service exclusive, and then they'll do what they did for D23 a couple of days later, release it to the world.
No, I don't think they'll do that because then everybody's just gonna record it on their own phone and then upload it. I don't think they'll bother with that. The only reason they did the D23 thing is because they wanted to make those people special, and they literally confiscated phones and at the door and whatnot. So I don't think they would do a Hulu exclusive and then a general mass one. I don't think it would be. No, I don't think so. But you never know.
Anything's possible.
I'm just trying to think the logistics behind it. How much money would it take to make a whole new trailer for this one and then?
True. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
I need to thin this. Get a little crazy.
Okay. Guys, we are the Roll Into a Star Wars podcast. We thank you for tuning in today. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Thank you for tuning in today. We are The Rule of Two, a Star Wars podcast. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Rule of Two Pod. Check us out on our website at www.theruleoftwopodcast.com or send us an email via contact@theruleoftwopodcast.com. Check us out on Patreon and TeePublic for exclusive deals and merchandise. And we are in no way affiliated with Disney, Lucasfilms, or the Collider Podcast Rule of Two. And as always, may the Force be with you.